Welcome in. Woo! Welcome in. Yeah. Man, oh man. It's been a little time, and it's weird because it's the first Sunday without football. But look, I got you, okay? Because I'm your boy. But if it's your first time here, let me welcome you in, all right? Welcome to youtube.com/Adrian Armour, where we react to all things that I enjoy. And one thing that we have been talking about starting for quite some time is streaming live, man. So this video right here, we're actually gonna look at my first live back. And we talked a little bit about the NFL quarterbacks in the league. So one thing you gotta do first is leave a like on this video for more videos like this, because this was a long discussion. So it's gonna come in multiple parts, all right? So leave a like on this, and if you're not subscribed already, we are on our way to 20K, so go ahead and hit the button. All right? So now that you hit the button, let's just go ahead and talk about these NFL quarterbacks, okay? So y'all already know what to do, and if you're new here, let me tell you what to do here. Grab your bevs, grab your snacks, put me on whatever screen it may be, whether if it's your mobile device or your television screen. We got some football to watch. There is a big elephant in the room when it comes to the NFL. And honestly, right now, I'm sure a lot of people are trying to do like, too early, way too early predictions or anything like that. I don't like sitting here doing like ABC grades because, well, I'm not an NFL scout. I'm not a quarterback coach. You know, even in my reaction content, it's more entertainment than a breakdown analysis. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you how to run your routes. I'm sitting here telling you look goofy as shit when you get cooked. That's it. And everybody get cooked. So it's not anything about that. But something's gonna be off in the NFL coming soon, and we all gonna need to talk about it. And it's gonna be, what the hell going on with the damn quarterbacks in the NFL? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, all right? I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of talented individuals in this said situation right here, okay? There's a lot of talented people that feel like, you know, with the right circumstances, with the right situations, with the right everything, they could really become serviceable. There's also some people in here that, unfortunately, I don't know if they're gonna make it. I don't know if next year gonna be their last year or however, but somebody about to become the next damn Josh Rosen, you know? Motherfucker that you just hear his name and you like, he's still playing in the NFL? You know, somebody about to be one of those. So we're gonna go through all these illustrious quarterbacks on here, okay? We're gonna go through all of them, and then we're gonna put them in this configuration with our mindset and thought of where they left off in the 2025-2026 season, and where they will be going into the next season, and maybe, you know, just a short preview of the future. Okay, let's go over the categories we got set, because as y'all said, like I said earlier, I don't do no ABC things. Okay, I think one, that's lazy, and two, the quarterback doesn't weigh everything, but he weighs a lot. So I can't just give him an A and expect that team's going to succeed. That's not what we're talking about right now. All right. We talking about what the hell's going to happen with these faces and what we, think up here. Okay. So everybody lock in. We about to talk NFL quarterbacks. All right. We're going to talk NFL quarterbacks. So we're going to get it started with the first one over here. And if you can't see him, it's probably because you're on one of the short form platforms and you should jump over to one of the long form anyways. But let's just talk with the first one coming up first. Jordan Love. Now, Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers came in and did his thing. For a while, Jordan Love was cutting up some defenses, man. I almost believe the Green Bay Packers were a Super Bowl team. And then when they shuffle some cards around and went and got that boy Michael Parsons, boy, put your wands up. I ain't done that in a while. That boy was hurt, so I ain't put my one up in a minute, unless it was Roman Reigns, I guess. But Jordan Love was doing his thing, and I do believe with the right pieces around Jordan Love could continue to be very serviceable. I believe the Green Bay Packers were really more of a victim of situation, injuries, and circumstance than maybe a lack of talent, and they could be a little better in a few places, which I believe they will do that, hopefully, going into the draft and then into this offseason. So, Jordan Love, I'm gonna be real with you. I even said it in my explanation without even really thinking about it. But you right here with the right help, Jordan Love, man, you cold. Okay, when you got a nice little running back and you can ease the pressure off of you, man, you cold. You be doing your thing. I don't need you. And let me be very clear. I don't need Jordan Love to just take over the game. Because there's sometimes he be getting real hot and all of a sudden he be like, 2 interceptions out of nowhere for no reason. We don't need that, okay? We don't need that. So Jordan Love with the right help, you good. Next up, Jared Goff. Jared Goff, man. Hey, Jared Goff, I can't lie to you, man. There's been a lot of times where I've looked at you and I've been like, hey, man, Jared Goff gonna get his ass beat this game. But then there's other times, like the game that I mentioned earlier, the Kansas City LA Rams game that everybody says is like the greatest football game ever. Hey, during that game, Jared Goff was balling. He been balling for the Detroit Lions. Now, man, when that offensive line can't hold up to a defensive rush, though, who that boy? Jared Goff be tripping on you. All over the place. All over the place. It don't look good. So, this is the hard thing about Jared Goff, though, man. I feel like he's in a part of his career where it's like, you kind of got to figure it out now. You know, maybe try to win one more. You know, Jared Goff got, hold on, quick research. Damn, Jared Goff ain't got no ring? Why did I think Jared Goff had at least one? Jared Goff ain't got none of them. Well, I'm going to be real with you. You know Jared Goff, you know where that puts you after having all them questions? So when is it going to happen, Jared Goff? Again! So when is it going to happen, Jared Goff? Come on, man. You've had some teams. You have had some teams, not only on offense, but paired with very good defenses. Jared Goff, you're going to have to make it happen, man. You're going to have to make it happen, and it's going to have to happen very soon. Not happening for Goff? That's tough. That's tough. Hey, that's why I put him in. See, look at the categories. Certified. Obviously, to be certified, to be one of them dogs, to be one of them ones, and I mean it at all times. Even if you got one of the worst defenses in the league, you still out there slinging that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what certified is. You can carry a team, a whole game on your back with the right help. You know, with the right help, with the right running back, maybe with a nice number 1 and a slot receiver, you know, with the right help. Oh yeah, they can do their thing. But when? Hey, you've been doing this for a minute. You've had some opportunities, or maybe you got a lead and you hadn't done a damn thing. Well, when? When is it gonna happen? When we gonna see it? All right? Needs help. And I don't mean this mentally. I just mean this on the field. Maybe he's a great talent. Maybe he's been doing very well, but he needs some help. Whether if it's coaching, whether if it's on the line, on the field, whatever it may be, he needs some help. The negative zone. Now, this is an interesting one. The negative zone is obviously me being like, well, what the hell gonna happen? You know, maybe there's too many unforeseen circumstances. Maybe this person is injured and we have no idea how he's gonna come back. That's what that is. And of course, the shadow realm. I don't know what the shadow realm is. All right, so let's continue. We got little JJ. And as y'all know, I call him one half of the JJ to JJ connection. And JJ has done something unfortunate, because as y'all know, the best availability is availability. And what did I just say? The best ability is availability. There we go. I don't know if I said that right the first time, but that's what I meant. And unfortunately, since JJ has been in the league, he has not been available for a lot of things because he's been hurt. It's part of the reason why, I'm sure, but didn't have enough reason to, the Vikings let go of Sam Darnold, because they were going to go with JJ, assuming that once he was healthy, he would be an upgrade to that, but showed he couldn't stay healthy. So this team was not at an upgradable situation, which put them in a bad spot. The Vikings tanked, essentially, and the other half of the JJ to JJ connection had one of his worst seasons because, well, there wasn't no other JJ. So with that being said, I'm gonna put JJ, he gonna be the first one in the negative zone, okay? Because I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with the Vikings. I don't know what's gonna happen with JJ. I don't know. The Vikings talk about bringing in a veteran to be there with JJ, but who knows if fucking Kirk Cousins, if Kirk Cousins goes back to the Minnesota Vikings, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, TikTok, I appreciate you for the roses. Next up, Caleb Williams. Now, Caleb Williams know how to play some motherfucking football, man. That boy know how to play some football. I can't even lie. When I watch some Caleb Williams, man, I get pretty excited. Caleb Williams be doing his thing, man. But most of the things that Caleb Williams does, and we got to sit back and really, let's talk about it. It usually comes out of duress. It comes out of survival. It comes out of, I got to make something out of nothing. Oh shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But with that, he does have a good and young defense that can continue to get better. I think it will be interesting to see how it's going to navigate without, some of the core offensive pieces, not personnel, but coaching wise, because obviously Eric Bieniemy is now no longer with Chicago. He has come back to Kansas City. So that should be a very interesting thing. Because I saw what the hell happened to the Kansas City offense when Eric Bieniemy left. And holy shit. That was something. So that's going to be very interesting to see. But as far as Caleb Williams, okay? I want to put him up here, okay? And Bears fans, I'm sure y'all want me to put him up here and certified. Well, Caleb Williams hadn't done shit to be certified yet, okay? I'm sorry. Yes, did he have a season where he brought games out of nowhere and they had these little comeback surges and everything was looking good and great and delicious? Sure. But that means he had the right help to do so, okay? And I know there's going to be some Bears fans kicking and screaming and probably still need to clean their damn fingernails. But that ain't bad. We just know with the right help and with the right pieces around him, Caleb Williams can be a dog. And I think that is a fair assessment. All right. Jalen Hurts. Oh boy. Okay. Jalen Hurts is going to be a very interesting conversation because on the start of this past season, I had a TikTok that went, I would have to say at least semi-viral. It was like 700, maybe like 600, 750,000 or something like that on TikTok. And it was Cam Newton talking about Jalen Hurts. And I was at the defense of Jalen Hurts because I was like, why are you discrediting his athleticism, the rings that he's won, what he's done with this team just because he doesn't have the passing yards, which that was the main conversation. It was that his passing yards wasn't up there with the higher echelon of quarterbacks that he's being talked to, in the same conversation because, well, he's won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2. He's been in the conversation for quite some time. Like, Hurts needs help and good coaching. And you know what? That brings me to this. So I was at the defense of Jalen Hurts. Now I've been very much on there's just something in this entire locker room that has been messing it up. And if you've been following me for a minute, a few years ago, and I'm not going to be one of those people that said, I said it first. No, I was off by a few years. But a few years ago, when the departure of Jason Kelce happened, I said, watch this Eagles team. It's probably going to collapse soon. Now, When that happened, they went to the Super Bowl and won. So I was wrong. But after that, bro, it started falling like dominoes. All of a sudden, the locker room had bad chemistry. All of a sudden, the receivers are yelling about when they're getting yards, when they're getting touches, when they getting this. The damn defense is like, the offense can't get their shit together. Like, there's just so much that was happening that caused this locker room to just be in a literal frizzle all season. And unfortunately, outside of numbers, outside of all of that, I don't believe Jalen Hurts is the kind of quarterback to rile all that up. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespecting him, not saying he's not an athlete, not saying that he don't got a spine or nothing like that. He just doesn't see me as the dude to literally walk into the receiving room and be like, hey, maybe y'all just shut the fuck up for a week. All right? Lock in. I'm going to throw it to you when you open. When you not open, I'm not throwing it to you. Oh. And let's go win some football games. Because you see, when I force feed you and give you 100-yard games, we lose. But when I'm playing my game and picking my spots and doing my shit, yeah, you may got 36 yards and no tugs, but we won. Ain't that the fucking goal? So, with that being said, we're gonna put Jalen Hurts over here with the right help. He ain't gotta be a superstar. He's really not even needed to be a superstar. He can run a little bit, he can throw a little bit, make the scheme super. I'm not saying super simple as like he's too dumb to understand complex systems. No, just make it simple so he can play fast and play with what he knows, play to the strength of the offense. Make it simple for the receivers to do the same thing. Sometimes a simple offense is literally all you need, especially if you're playing good ball on the other side of the ball. Spread it out and get it going, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Jalen Hurts goes to with the right help. He ain't. But other than that, put Jalen Hurts on the fucking Titans and see what happens. Jaden Daniels, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm putting you right here, man. It ain't even got to be a lot of discussions. Honestly, I just have to see, and I hate that the negative zone is actually turned into almost injured reserve list, but I just don't like the fact that I have to sit back and look at Jaden Daniels, who has been a really promising talent, and I can't get in a rhythm of watching him because he ends up getting hurt all the time. And it sucks because a lot of people said this was going to happen when he got into the league, and it just didn't happen. Dak Prescott. Next up, Russell Wilson. We can just run that back to back. I don't think there has to be an explanation for this, right? Russell Wilson, I think it's just about that time to... you ain't got to do nothing dramatic, you know? I don't need to have no vignette. I don't need to have no, like, long Instagram post. Well, Russell Wilson, man, you can enjoy the family life, man. You can chill at the crib, man. Try out some new ninja food recipes or some shit. You know, get the ninja slushy and drink some frozen margaritas with Sierra and all that, man. You see what I'm saying? Just go and do a little bit of that because shit, man. Did you see how much of a panic? This should let you know where your quarterback career is. Did you see how much of a panic the head coach was when the homie Jackson Dart had to go into the tent and Russell Wilson threw his first damn pass into the dirt? That motherfucker. Is he gonna be in the tent long? Get him back on the field. That coach almost lost his job because Russell Wilson stepped back on the field and threw a ball straight into the damn dirt. He's in the shadow realm, okay? He's in the shadow realm, okay? That's just where it's at. I'm sorry, but that's where it is. Okay? All right. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield also was in an interesting situation this season, though, because, man, we were looking at that Tampa Bay offense, And we were like, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gonna be somebody to mess with, right? They're gonna come in and smack you in the mouth and may put up 50 points. You know, looking at Abuka, looking at Chris Godwin, looking at Mike Evans, looking at all of them and be like, man, this team was gonna do it. And then, well, they did. So this is kind of the problem for me. I can't even put Baker here as much as I want to, because I've seen him with the right help and it hasn't worked out. And I unfortunately can't give him the grace of injuries, because no matter who is on your roster, injuries are gonna happen. So he had the right help. It didn't work out. So now Baker Mayfield, you sit next to Jared Goff, man. When is it gonna happen? When is all the pieces gonna go together and it all make sense? When is that gonna produce in one of them? You know what I'm saying? It's gotta happen at some point. Now, Baker Mayfield has had a very interesting intro into the league, into everything that he's gone through, and we're obviously seeing all that tie together with now the head coach, former head coach of the Browns, now going to Atlanta, where Baker Mayfield has now voiced he is very excited to have to play him 2 times a year now. So there's obviously a lot of pent-up history and things that are going to come out and evolve and all of this. I'm going to need one of them to matriculate into some diamonds that go on a finger. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you just fighting these mid-card feuds. For what, bro? Okay? So with that being said, let's move on. We got Mr. Bryce Young in here. Now, Bryce Young, once again, young, athletic, and my Panthers fans were on my ass for quite some time, because I'm going to be honest with you. I gave Bryce Young a hard time for quite some time, and honestly, I don't think much of it stopped. Bryce Young, man, this is tough. This is tough. Because unlike a lot of the people that are in the category that I'm about to put you in, these people have had time to kind of be put into this situation. But for you, honestly, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell you got going on, man. That team for a minute was playing a little too good, and Bryce Young was kind of playing like ass, and everybody was telling me Bryce Young was being great, and that wasn't the case. Okay, there's a lot of times he was very mid, and maybe even like low top mid. It was not great. So he doesn't have the same pressure, but win like everybody else. Actually, you know what? That's exactly where you need to be. That's exactly where you need to be. Oh, I just talked myself through that very quickly. Yeah, that's about where you needed to be. Because honestly, there was a handful of things missing, and some of it could just be some talent development, some vision development from Bryce Young as well. That's about right. Michael Penix Jr., you know, one of the members of the Left-Handed Association Athletes of America. Barely got that membership still. Barely. Tua, we got him out, but this motherfucker barely there. And honestly, I can't sit here and say you need help, because, bro, Kyle Pitts, London on the track, Bijan with the Dijon Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is like one of them slam dunks, man. Just come in there, play your good ball, stay healthy, and you good. Oh, this shit didn't really work out, man. So I'm still gonna put you here, because I think you need coaching help. I think you need some development. I think there's a lot that needs to go on in Atlanta, and it needs to stop being spit swapping Kirk Cousins, okay? And I don't mean that literally. I mean them sending them to and from the Vikings all the time. It feels like that's what's happening, even though it's not. All right, next up. Who the fuck? Oh, this is Spencer Rattler. We're gonna put Spencer Rattler right there, because actually, no cap. Hey, Spencer Rattler, you might be done, man. You might be fried. I'm not gonna lie, and I hate to say it like that, but I mean, you got to think. There's another quarterback here that I think the Saints have a little more trust in, and it ain't you no more. And I don't know if you put up enough tape for anyone to be like, hey, we need some quarterback help, and I'm not really sure where to look. You know what? New Orleans, Spencer Rattler, go get him. I don't think that's happening. To the Shadow Realm he goes. Mr. Matthew Stafford.